All right, guys, welcome to this reel. So, I was obligated to post this because the new dietary guidelines just got released on Wednesday. We've been having my plate for the longest time, and I honestly have very mixed thoughts on this. Let me go ahead and start explaining why. So, to start, my two favorite things about this new guideline is the emphasis on protein and the fact that fruits and vegetables are highly recommended. So with the protein, to start down here, we see that now there's a pretty much right in front of your face to see the main protein sources. For the longest time, the RDA was recommending zero point 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, which we all know at this point is way too low. Now, if you look at the government website, they are actually recommending 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, which is a fantastic recommendation. So now let's move on to the fruits and vegetables that you see right up here. So what I really like about it is that they are recommending 2 servings of fruits per day and 3 servings of vegetables. Regardless of whether you're vegetarian or not, it's always going to be so important to incorporate more fruits and vegetables. And the fact that this is being promoted heavily, just like it always has, is always a good thing. Okay, so I talked about protein being a good thing, but guys, on the same vein, we're now recommending a higher intake of saturated fats. It's not good. Like, we know that a high intake of saturated fats is going to lead to increased risk of cardiovascular disease. There's just no way for this to, actually be a good thing because we know that saturated fat intake is not good for that risk. And to just promote foods like cheese and red meat and whole milk, knowing that that's going to increase our risk of saturated fat, to promote that just mind boggles me completely. We're 2026 and we're just promoting an intake of that, which we know is going to not really be great for us. All right, so next thing right here. Why are the whole grains put so low at the bottom? We continue to demonize carbohydrates, and we all know, especially those of us who are in the field, we know that we need carbohydrates for fuel. We know that the brain can thrive off of at least 120 grams of glucose per day. And yes, while whole grains at least got mentioned, for it to be all the way at the bottom is just sad to me. This is going to continue to make people think that they have to be afraid of carbohydrates when that just should not be the case at all. I would have liked to see more of a representation of lean meats like chicken breast and ground turkey and maybe even ground lean beef on here rather than these high saturated fat meats. I do like that salmon's on there. I like that we have the rotisserie chicken, but steak is not really a health food. I don't care if it has a lot of good nutrients. It's the saturated fat intake of it and the content of it that gets to me. So my overall thoughts, I do think that it is very mid, and really the government has always recommended good intake of healthy foods. So for people to think that this is revolutionary and that we're now focusing on real food when the government literally always has been doing that with my plate is just absurd to me. I preferred my plate. I liked how simple it was. This kind of makes it a little bit more confusing for the average consumer. And with so much misinformation now, we don't want to confuse people even more. Just my thoughts. What do you think?